Welcome to Tiny Texas Living. Who says you can't live big while living tiny? Such a good way to start the day. Every morning I love to sit here and just collect my thoughts, take a look around, assess projects that need to be done, and just relax a little bit. But all of the time that I've built this routine and it's gotten going so well, I've been ultimately planning for something a little different. Something that allows me to get on the road, do some traveling, and feel safe and confident with my property and the tiny home. So today, it's finally time to take those last steps before I hit the road to ensure safety here at the tiny home. When I'm on the road, I have family who checks in on my house, make sure the cats are good and everything else, just to make sure all is okay on a day-to-day basis. This is a couple times a day that this happens. However, sometimes I need to be able to just kind of look on and see kind of what's going on to make sure nothing is going wonky. And previously, this wasn't necessarily an option for me to do when it came to my porch directly. So today I'm going to be fixing that, I think. A while back, I found this on Temu and I picked it up knowing that I was going to put it on my porch. And now I think it's finally time. Realistically, I should have put this up before because I have heard some weird things on my porch and I wanted to be able to see what it was. And originally I got it so I could see if it was raccoons. And then I noticed that the weird sounds stopped. So wasn't really super concerned, didn't think too much of it, and just kind of put it to the wayside thinking, oh, okay, I'll just do this later. And then one day passed and another day, and I got so overwhelmed with my new bed and putting the window things on and organizing my space, finding a new chair, doing this, doing that, that everything just kind of faded to the wayside, and I had this thing sitting here. And all the while, it is probably one of the easiest projects that I could have done. So finally, it is time. Today, I'm going to be installing my Wi-Fi panorama camera. That was from Temu. I've seen these all over the internet, and Temu just happened to have the exact same bulb that I had found on Amazon, and it was about $10 cheaper. So I purchased it there thinking, if this works, cool. If this doesn't work, it was less expensive, and at least I didn't break the bank to get a security device that ultimately I hate. So inside, here is the little light. Ooh, this is interesting. Ooh, it swivels. Okay, I don't want to mess it up, so I'm just going to set it to the side. I'm going to actually screw it into this, I think, for the time being, so it can just like sit upright so I don't mess it up. Be smarter than the device. Why am I not smarter than the device today? Maybe I should have drank some more coffee. Okay, not gonna drink more coffee, gonna finish this. Screws, I shouldn't need these because I already have a place to put it. This little book, it looks like maybe it'll be helpful. Okay, so on one side, I cannot read it. On the other side, though, I can. So there's actually a download and install app on here. So I'm going to have to scan this little QR code. And after I do that, kind of walk through some steps. I can do that. I think this is going to be easy. I think I should be able to just take this, screw it into my exterior light, use the app, and when the power comes through it, I'm pretty sure that'll authorize it on my phone. Okay, so since I now know that this is not going to be, in theory, hard, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get moving for the day, put on some other clothes maybe, and that way I can be ready to keep going after this because I've definitely moved past the coffee portion of my day, even if my brain is not all there. Oh, I didn't make my bed this morning. Okay, so I guess I need to do that too before I get dressed. Oh, it's ongoing. It's nonstop. There's always something. Is it perfect? No. Will it work? Yes. No, I cannot take a nap. I cannot take a nap. I need to install this bulb. And I don't know why I'm making this much harder than it has to be because it's, according to the instructions, super easy. I just unscrew the things on my current light fixture, screw the bulb in, screw the things on my light fixture back in, and then I already downloaded the app now, so it shouldn't be that hard. In fact, it should be quite easy. So I don't know why I'm putting it off. Okay, got my life together. Put on some sunglasses because it's a little bright out here, even though I think it might rain, which could be interesting. So I need to get this done sooner rather than later. And now that light has to go. This chair can move, I think. I can just move it like over to the other side maybe. Okay, apparently, yes, it twists off. And maybe here too. Oh, I'm so nervous this is gonna fall. Ooh, that thing is nasty. I'm gonna have to clean it really well too. I guess I'll go ahead and take out the bulb also though. That way I can just leave it inside because it's still a good bulb. Oh, it fits, it fits. If I end up wearing this as a bracelet in life, this is gonna be really bad though. Is it perfect? No. Is it way cleaner than it was? Yes. Can I get into some of those little spots? No, that's the problem. So I'm gonna take this and the new light and install them. First, the light bulb. I need to make sure that it goes in. Okay. Seems simple enough. And then get it turned outward. So far, so good. This looks like it's gonna work out great. Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but it did not work. So I'm going to go and test this on a different place to see if it is me or if it is the actual light situation. I have no idea. So since this is easy to use, I'm gonna use the one in my bedroom just to test the light and figure out what's going on. Come on, you can do this. Okay, so I unscrew this. Oh, that's a horrible sound. And then I put this in. This is gonna be weird. Okay, now I turn it on. It didn't do anything different, but I know that this works. Now, in order to do this, I have to put a little thing up into the reset and hold it. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. So I think it's my actual light thing outside. Okay, good to know. I wonder if the other one would work differently. Those are motion lights, so I'm not sure. But it should just have it where it can be plugged in general. Oh, is this not gonna work? Okay, it's trying to connect. I'm gonna use my phone for just a minute and see what happens. That's weird. Okay, so this is the other light and the series of switches here. Okay, that turned it on. So I bet I could have continuous power on this one. Oh no, it just turned off again. Let's see. Could I go this way with it? Nope, that didn't do anything. Okay, so there's another switch on this side. So let's see, does it change anything? No, it doesn't. Okay, so these apparently I'm gonna have to do something different with. Could have sworn that you could do continuous on with them. It's okay, I'm gonna ask my dad, it'll be fine. In the meantime, I'm gonna fix this other one and put it back up there with just a regular light. And I guess I'll move to the side of the house. Fact of the matter is, every time I do one project, I learn something else about my tiny home. And so that's why it's so important that I get out here and try to do all of these things and get hands-on, because at the end of the day, learning about my space is so important, and it helps me to get a better idea as to the things that I would want to change or improve, or the things that I might need to work on, or figure out things that I don't need to do again. For example, the other day, I threw a breaker because I ran too many things on a single plug and didn't realize they were all on the same breaker. So you live, you learn, you move forward, and you don't make the same mistakes. Okay, let's back up there. So this light, I just turned it off from the night, so I'm gonna let it cool off for a little bit before I reach up in there, and then this is where this will live. Okay, this shouldn't be very hard, but because of my front porch light, It is much more complicated than I thought it would be, just because it has to have the continuous power. So what I think I'm gonna do is, instead of using this on the front porch, I'm gonna use this on the side, because that light just stays on. I do have one on the front porch that also stays on, but I like that it is above the door, and so I can turn these motion sensing lights to continuous draw lights. I just don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna have to ask for some help on that. So, this looks like a dad adventure, but in the meantime, I'll still be able to use the camera with the side door. My goal was to use one of these on the side and then one of them on the front, but I ordered this one to get started, and then of course the chaos. So, I have, I think, gotten it working now. So now I have to set up the preferences on here, and I want to get notifications, so I'm going to go ahead and hit next and then give it a name. So I'll go ahead and do that. And it's working. So I currently have it facing the wall, so I'm kind of trying to see how I can go in and change it. See, it also does sound, so that's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and mute it so that I don't drive myself crazy. I think that I can go in and position it by moving it. Yes, there it is. Okay, so I can see there I'm standing. Can I go up? I think I can go up too. Okay. And then I can turn it after going up. Okay, this is interesting. So I can see there's my ceiling, there's my closet. Okay, this is going to work. Now, this is what it looks like as it's moving, as I'm using that rotator. So as I'm rotating it with my finger there, I can see in a variety of different directions. A little bit goes a long way on the rotator, and this is kind of what that looks like. Hi! So, yeah, that's definitely gonna work and be good, and it also will notify me if there's motion through push notifications. Okay, everything looks good, and now I can see where my dad parks his extra vehicle. So this is going to allow me to make sure nothing happens to the parking area over here, so that's good. And again, if I want to move it, I can simply by touching this, and then it kind of tracks. So you can see it moving a little bit there, and then I can turn on or off the microphone. I have it turned off because I don't really need it on. And then the other nice thing is, if I do see something crazy going on, I can either video it or take a picture. And so if I need to video it, notice that it starts immediately recording, and it's showing any kind of motion. So if it picks up on something, then it'll move. But then I can turn it off, and it's successfully recorded and I believe saved to my camera roll. So sure enough, this is the video that it just took. It immediately saved it to my phone, so if I needed to see something that was going on, I can. And you can see in this corner here, it has the date and the time also. So that's all in real time. And I just noticed something in this little video clip. Watch the corner as I go into the clip here. Watch this little corner up here. You'll see there is my dad's Jeep is coming up right now. So it's tracking his motion. So that's really good. So all in all, this is a really smart placement for me to be able to see the side of the house. Now that I know what I know about the lights, I'm going to ask my dad about them. But this is going to be awesome. Definitely looks like it's gonna work. I just tracked myself across the yard, so I am very hopeful about this.